Agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next, the approval of minutes.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Motion made by Mr. Brzezinski, seconded by Mrs. Pothorsky to approve the minutes. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Brzezinski?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 4-0. Next, the approval of claims.
I make a motion to approve the claims.
I'll second the motion. Motion made by Mrs. Pothorsky, seconded by Albert to approve the claims. Any discussion? Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Brzezinski?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly? Albert votes yes, passes 4-0. Next, the utilities report, MCO.
We contacted ISO regarding the demolition of a small tower, waiting to hear from them. Surveyors pulled out for a while, I guess, so they're not doing any boring right now. We did speak with NDOT regarding the roundabout project, and we will be able to extend the water main to tie into the one on the south side of Main Street so we can eliminate the crossing that goes under the culverts at the intersection of 2 and Main Street. We will have to pay for that additional. I don't know what it's going to cost yet, but we're going to be doing that. Highly recommend that we do that because if we have to repair what's there, it's going to be very costly when we do that. So we'll be getting some prices on that. Working with McMahon on that too. So. We did have a couple backups. We went out and did some cleaning and televising, taking a look at some of the sewers. The older sewers are in pretty poor shape. We're looking into some funding in that. We met with McMahon and Mike and Lori and just looking at options of what we should do. A lot of the manholes are blocked. They need to be really sealed. Repaired. I think everything's in salvageable condition. We just need to fix some of the problems. We've got photographs or pictures of them. They're just some of the pipes just crumbling. So it's going to be a problem. And anymore when it used to be you'd have a blockage and it wasn't a big deal, but now the insurance companies they get involved and they want you to televise it, find out exactly what it cost. It's a lot different than it was 15 years ago. So we're looking into that. The last item is wastewater treatment plant improvements. They're really starting to move now. We're still waiting on things just because the sign of the times and availability of products. There's a couple transformers that are almost a year out, so that kind of tells us, well, it's going to take longer than we thought. They're moving along well. The biggest item now we want to get done is a solids handling and the dewatering facilities for the sludge, so we don't have to spend another $20,000 to have the liquid hauled out because buildings being occupied. It's moving along very well. It's going to be a pretty crazy treatment plant when it's done. So that's all I've got.
Okay. We have a cross connection. Basically what it is, it's for to prevent someone like let's say an industrial place that would have say a hose run into chemicals. You lose water pressure and it's siphoned back. It's a cross connection permit, and that's to require backflow preventers, which backflow prevention has been a big thing on IDEM, I believe. Yeah. So we have ordinance 2022-2. It's the Town of Westville ordinance for cross connection control. It's to provide a program for protecting the public water system from contamination due to backflow of contaminants through the water service connection in the public water system. I'm going to read it by title only. unless there's objection. I'll make a motion that we approve it on the first reading.
Second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Mashinsky to approve ordinance 2022-2 on the first reading. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. B?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly? Albert votes yes. We'll put that on the agenda for adoption at the June meeting. PRP group. We're still waiting. The holdup has been with the EPA on approving the agreement, settlement. I called our congressman's office, Congressman Marvan, talked to a person there that handles a lot of their grants and everything, but long story short, sent her an email detailing everything we've gone through. And the following week, we get a call from our attorney that's representing us on the environmental attorney, and believe it or not, they've been contacted by the EPA. So hopefully we'll get something going on this.
Hallelujah.
So that's all I have on utilities. Anything else on utilities? Streets?
Nothing to report.
Okay, we have the Community Crossings Grant Signer Authorization. Need to make a motion. I'd like to make a motion that you authorize me to be the signer for all the grant paperwork, although I'm already the signatory.
You've been doing that.
Yeah,
I'll second.
some new thing. So motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Mashinsky to give me permission to sign for the Community Crossing grant information or paperwork. Any discussion? Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Mashinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly? Albert?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 4-0. Parks,
Got nothing.
porta pots are out there.
Oh, yay. Yay for porta potty.
Police,
In April, we had 432 calls for service. It looks like we might have some substantial funding donations and kind folks that are going to be contributing to our K-9 fund. And then it sounds like we do have a dog located. It's being shipped to North Carolina, so we should be getting that. So we should have that program, and hopefully by the end of summer, I think there's some demos lined up that it'll be good to go for officer safety and apprehension, but we're gonna work on it and work on narcotics detection as well, so.
okay. Anything else on police? Finance? Anything on finance? Miscellaneous fire department activity report. I think you have a copy of it, David. Go ahead.
Yeah, in April, town of Westville, 25 calls, New Durham 16, Jackson 6, 1 Chesterton, 48 total. 22 EMS calls, 1 structure fire, and 2 accidents in the town. The truck has made it through the chassis, and it is over in Alexis, Illinois, being worked on now. So we're still looking for end of June, 1st of July delivery.
Is there someone doubting that it'll be ready by then?
Is that hopeful?
Your expression told the story. Yeah, I hope they do, but it's probably knock on wood like it is everything else. Okay,
That's great. It looks great.
thank you, David. Giant paw prints. How are you all tonight?
Good, how about yourself?
Fine, thanks.
My name's Dave, I'm Giant Paw Prints and also Cars for Charity. We would like permission to run our car show in Prairie Meadow Park there again on September 18th. This year I got some preliminary flyers as long as you guys give us a
18th September. Thank you, sir.
Worked out well last year. Once again, 100% charity benefit car show for benefit Giant Paw Prints Rescue down the street here. We'd like permission to use the park and pavilion this year.
Is that your car there by chance?
That's actually the one that won Best in Show last.
Oh, is it?
Yes, sir.
I have no idea. What year?
That's a 65.
65. I'm almost as old as that car.
I have a 65 Tempest, which is almost a GTO.
Really?
Almost the GT.
I like this, like the 69 through 73 Chevelles is my, if I hit the lottery, I'm gonna have one. But that's the only way probably.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys came to the car show last year, but it worked out very well. We had a good turnout.
That's
Everything
great.
Worked out very well.
Do they have trucks, food trucks or something like
We
that?
have the Boy Scouts who, Boy Scouts came out and did food. They donated half their profits back to
That's
us.
so nice.
Oh my God, good.
So they did a good job for that.
That sounds good.
Okay. Do you want us to waive rental?
If you would, you did for us last year. I was,
Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll waive rental, we'll require a $200 cleanup deposit, but if it's cleaned up, you'll get it back.
okay.
So it'll basically be no cost. If, you know, not that you make a mess, but that way we're covered.
That's not a problem.
So I'll make a motion that we allow Giant Paw Prints to use Prairie Meadow Park, including the pavilion, on September 18th. And with the provision they pay a $200 cleanup deposit, which is refundable.
A second.
Okay. Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mrs. Pothorsky. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Bashinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 4-0.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
We got one more.
One more giant
Oh.
paw prints.
Oh, okay.
The dogs are busy tonight.
Good.
I'm Kathy.
How are you tonight?
I'm well, thank you. This is a flyer preliminary for basically an appreciation event that we would like to do on the 16th of July at Prairie Meadow as well, from 10 to 2. It will be our 10-year anniversary as a rescue. And actually, a little over a week ago, we had 4 years here since we've been in your lovely town, so thank you very much for that.
Wow.
Was that you I talked to about the sign? We talked about the sign about the door?
No, the-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was this last fall, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay. Baseball's done by then, I think. I believe.
Should be.
Should be. Okay. What is that? Saturday or is that a?
It's a Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you want to, same agreement as we did for the other?
That would be very nice, thank you, yes. We are, and we would like to, if possible, get your approval to have a dunk tank there. It would, of course, be manned by one of us, nobody from the public. I've already had a conversation with Fire Chief Zeman, who would be more than happy to come over in the morning and fill it for us. It's a 500-gallon tank.
I thought you were going to say you'd be more than happy to set it.
Well, we don't get any volunteers, he just may be.
That's right.
But he said he'd be more than happy to do that the morning of, so we have approval from him for that.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion that we allow the use of Prairie Meadow Park on Saturday, July 16th from 10 to 2 and give you time for setup and tear down with a dunk tank. And the $200 fee refundable as the other agreement.
I'll
Now,
second that.
we're gonna have a bunch of games and all there.
Okay,
And I see that you have an existing horseshoe game and an existing cornhole,
yes.
which we would like to use
Yep.
while we're at the shelter if possible. Do you provide the bags and the shoes, or is that something that we need to bring along?
Not that I know.
I think you bring your own.
We'll bring our own,
Mhm.
okay,
'Cause I don't think we have anything like that.
Yeah,
for,
I-
like,
okay.
I'm not sure of that, but, so we have motion made and seconded.
I'll second.
Uh,
I'll second.
Oh, yes, seconded by Ms. Kelly. Any discussion?
yes.
There is discussion?
No, sorry. It's been a long day.
I know, I'm messing with you.
I'm like, wait, did I say the wrong thing?
We'll edit that out of the tape.
All right, thank you.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Bashinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly? Albert votes yes, passes 4-0. Citizens' comments. We all done with giant paw prints? We got you all taken care of. Thank you. Anything else? Well, I will make a motion, we adjourn.
I second that.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mrs. Peforski to adjourn. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, being none, meeting adjourns at 7:15.